This right here, what could it be? Well, you know what? Before we look at, well, do you want to, now, we play the dang thing, you know, they're not for looking, they're for playing. Let's get it. This is it, guys. The one I've been keeping it a secret, and it's been a hard secret to keep. And actually, you know what? It's funny. You've heard this guitar for about a month now. It's just been kept secret. I didn't show it in the videos and the intro songs, but it's been all over my intro songs. And man, this thing, it's been hard to keep it a secret because I've been playing it to death. So if you saw in the very beginning, I mentioned it, but this is a 1958 Fender Esquire. And Esquire, I don't know why I said it so weird. Esquire. And I'll explain why exactly I wanted an Esquire. I'm going to go over the specs of this guitar. And there's just a lot of cool stuff that are obviously in play when you're dealing with an Esquire here. And a huge shout out, of course, to my buddy Nick. I'm going to link his channel. Nick helped me a lot when I got the guitar. I'm going to put some footage at the end of the video of me and him going through the guitar. He was helping me go through it. He helped me, literally through Skype, set the guitar up. So check him out. Of course, good old Uncle Larry, I was sending him some guitars too, and he was telling me like, nah, dude, you don't want that. But the common consensus was everyone, and myself included, I'm like, it's got to be a maple neck, you know? A maple neck, and I love black guards too, don't get me wrong, but man, I love the look of a white guard. So, like I said, this one's a 58, and everything on it it's all straight, it's all original, except for it has a really old body refend. So, as far as I know, a lot of this is, honest wear, if not all. Just, like I said, it's just an old guitar. Now, the neck has not been refinished. I'm going to try to get all this checking and cracking that's on here on camera. For some reason, it, won't pick up on the cameras, but it looks like the guitar is, about to fall apart with all the cracking and stuff on it. It's really fascinating to look at the way it just spider webs across the fingerboard. Whoever had this was like a total, it seems like a cowboy chord rocker. You can kind of see where the spots where the maple's worn away, where they would have been just playing, C, D, G. Yeah, looks like a lot of A minor, E major in here. But the frets are original and in really good shape. So unlike my Strat, which needs a refret really bad, I'm not going to get this one refretted for a really long time. The old, vintage frets don't bother me. Those skinny, tall frets. I don't have any issues with them at all. Up here, these frets look like they're new. So like I said, a lot of people see this wear, and that's not because someone's up here burning on that 21st fret. It's from strumming. So like I said, whoever had this guitar, they must have definitely been a rhythm guitar player. You can kind of see the back of the neck here where it's worn away. But I'll tell you one thing about this guitar. Sorry, my mind's all over the place because it's just excited and hopped up. This is the most resonant guitar I've ever played in my life. Like I said, I have some other guitars. I always judge a guitar on playing it unplugged. Like, can I feel the guitar vibrate and shake just sitting on my lap? And this one is crazy. Listen how loud. if you were on the live stream the other night, you heard it first. You know, I did a little like sneak preview of it, and I could actually see on the meter for my microphone for the volume levels like how much louder it was than my blue telly. Now, like I said, the guitar, some specs about it. This is an ash body. It's really, really light. This guitar is weighing in at around like 6'4". So super lightweight guitar. It just feels like nothing. Like I said, original pickup. Everything is all straight and good. I'll explain why there's a three-way switch. Some people might not know kind of the full workings of an Esquire. And this is actually the original guard. You know, it might not seem like it because it's so bright and white, but I've seen a lot of other ones that had this too. So it's your, what's it called? I can't think of the name of the plastic. I'm going brain dead. But tuners are good. Like I said, the nut is doing good. I did have a little piece of paper shoved in here that Nick was helping me with it because I was getting some fret buzz on that A string. But yeah, like I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but I got this from a real reputable store down in Nashville called Rumble Seat. And the reason why I wanted to get a guitar like this, when you get into the 50s, I feel like you gotta really know what you're looking at. And luckily I have friends who really know. And I've learned a lot the past 4 or 5 years about vintage instruments, but it gets scary whenever you're dealing with the 50s because for one, the neck dates are written in pencil. Everything, all the dating process, like on my Strat, it's stamped on there, and there's a very particular stamp and all that. But these were written, and like I said, you really got to know. And like I said, I just felt more comfortable getting it from a store. Now, there was another one I was going to get that my buddy Nick knew the guy, so I was comfortable getting it from him too, but it ended up selling, and I missed it. And I'm like, man, like, that was the one, and I missed it. And sure enough, this one, they literally just listed it, I think the same week, like a couple days before I got it. Rumble had just listed it, and they had done a video on it on their Instagram page with Tobin over there. And I was like, that's the one. I knew it. I loved it as soon as I saw it. It just looked so nice, and sure enough, man, it is just a straight up fire breather. So, like I said, I'm kind of jumping all over the place. So stick with me here, and basically, the three-way selector. This is a commonly asked question, like why in the world do you have this three-way selector when there's only one pickup? Well, there's actually 3 different tones. So. Now that is this tone, so basically, if I remember correctly, it's running it through different capacitors, and it gets rid of all your high end. So the tone knob is not functioning right now when I have it on this normal neck position side. So you can hear how bassy it is, which some people don't like and say it's not really usable, but I love it. I've been using this tone a lot. You actually heard it, what song was it? I can't remember what song. I used it, and I did it at the end of this video. That was that intro there. That was all done with that pickup. Now, the middle position here is, bridge pickup. Obviously, it's all the bridge pickup. But now your tone knob is put back into the circuit. So I can roll the tone off, which I like to do for rhythm playing. Or I can roll it all the way up. It gets bitey. That's about where I like it, And then, of course, the third position bypasses the tone and just goes straight from volume to input jack. So it has a lot more bite and high end. It's a dangerous dangerous to use it because it'll just like lop your head straight off if you have too much high end. Which is what I used on all the lead guitars. So whenever actually no, I take that back. Basically that intro track was with the middle position here with the tone knob, and then the fuzz solo was this kicked back, and it was just. And I was using what's it called? It's the new Den Electro Octave Fuzz. It sounds really good. I don't have it. Oh wait, here it is. This thing right here. Cool pedal. I don't know if you've checked one of those out yet or not. but it sounded really good. And I was using different amps and everything. But yeah, like I said, that setting right there, man, he said you gotta watch out. Now, what's kind of significant about this guitar, I've been playing the Page riffs a lot. So Jimmy's famous Telecaster that he got from Jeff Beck was a 59, and a few differences. Obviously, rosewood fingerboard on it, and it was a late 59. And then it was a, if I remember right, it was a top loader. So this is a through body loader, but in 59 they did these top loaders, and I believe that was his. And I think Jeff Beck gave that to him. And Jeff Beck's main guitar was a 54 Esquire. So there were a couple other guys playing Esquires a lot, like that was their main one. And then he gave that to Page, of course, which became Jimmy's famous Telecaster. But I thought that was kind of cool because this would have a very similar sound. Obviously, the maple neck is a little bit different, but his was an ash body, and then this would be pretty much the same pickup that would have been in his bridge pup, I believe. So I don't know. Like I said, to me, it just, as soon as I played it, I remember I sent Nick a clip, and I was like, dude. It just had that sound to it, There you have it. Now, obviously, white guards are a little bit more associated with country than black guards are, but I love the way a white guard looks. And I ain't got no country chops. I got rock country chops at my best, at my core. Got them faux country licks, but it is just incredible. Like I said, some people just think vintage guitars are dumb, and aren't fascinated by them at all. But to me, I love them so much because there's so much story behind them. Like I said, we're working on figuring out the story behind this one, and it's gonna be a little bit more complicated than the other ones. The other stories just kind of like came to us, so we're trying to backtrack and log through this one. But we can't, you can't rush it. I'm just waiting to get in contact with different people. So we're trying to get the story of this guitar really, really hard. But I just know I love it, and I don't know. I just have so much respect for these old instruments, and I just feel fortunate to have them in my hands. They're so inspiring. And one of the things I wanted to do in this video, sorry, it's probably getting long and boring, but like I said, some people are like, why, not get that neck pickup in there? And like I said, it's just, I feel like I've never played a Tele that I like the neck pickup on. And I feel like the neck pickups on any guitar steal a little bit of tone away from the bridge. Like, a single pickup guitar just has its own sound. There's just extra, I don't know what it is, bite or something to it. But they really have like a grittiness to them that, two pickup guitar just doesn't seem to have. And, for me, it's kind of like a Strat. Like my Strat, if I want a neck pickup sound, that's the Strat. Like that's literally the sound that's in my head. If it's a bridge pickup, like a single coil, that's a Tele, 100%. Tele, Esquire, that is what I hear. And I'll show you what I mean. So like, obviously I can't show you the neck pickup, because there ain't one. But if I plug in my Strat, listen to the bridge. Now the bridge isn't bad, has its own sound. And I have the tone wired to it so I can roll it down. On its own. Now the neck pickup is where this guitar shines. Again, bridge. I like it. Sounds good. But it's not really the sound that I have in my head when I'm thinking of a bridge bridge pup on a single coil guitar. Now this one, oh, see, it's those low notes. It just. I don't know. Like I said, if I want, being more of like just a home recording guy, I have the luxury of switching guitars to get a different pickup sound. Like if it was a live situation, maybe a single pickup guitar would not be the most ideal if you need to cover a lot of different tones. I mean, there's plenty of guys who do it, but sometimes you need that neck pickup or different stuff. So for that, I switch guitars. But like I said, this is the sound. Like when I think of that single coil bridge pickup sound, it's got to be a Tele. And when I think of the neck sound, it's got to be a Strat. So I would never like choose the Tele neck over a Strat, and I would never choose the Strat bridge over a Tele unless it's like this real like specific need for whatever it is. But majority of the time, this thing, like I said, in this guitar, it handles high gain, it handles fuzz, it does it all so good. And I'm just, like I said, I'm in total awe of this guitar. I didn't know like that it would just be as good as it is. It's just I like took it took my breath away. Take my breath away. That kind of good. It really is like that good. And like I said, I have a lot of respect for these guitars. I feel honored to be their caretakers. They're gonna long outlast me, but while they're here, I hope that they'll lend me some music, because sometimes you just play a guitar, and when I play it, I'm like, man, there's music inside that guitar, and this is one of them. This in the Strat, I'm just like, there's something inside of them. Now, obviously, having gotten this guitar, this is another one of my, like I said, my dream guitars. Just making sure my audio is working. I want to start something where, whenever I can, I want to give stuff away. Now, when I got the Strat, I gave the black Strat away. And, I ended up giving that to Jim. That giveaway kind of didn't go the way that we had planned. With the whole, I gave it to Jim, was, originally going to go to one of you guys. And we were starting to give another guitar away was the plan. And to be honest, so many people got, and I'm not trying to be a jerk, but so many people got nasty, the fact that I gave it to Jim. And it really just, it put like a damper on. There were a lot of people who were totally like for it, positive, and there were a lot of people who were really upset that I gave it to Jim, because Jim wasn't a previous subscriber. That was the whole plan, and it just kind of, to me, like, it killed the mood on it all. So what I wanted to do was do a whole separate giveaway. It's not attached to that Strat one at all, and I'm going to give away a personal guitar. And we also have they're pre-ordered right now. I purchased another guitar, not a super nice one or anything like that, but a good guitar that we're going to be giving away a little bit later too. It's not here yet, I don't have it, but we've already paid for it. And what I wanted to do was I want to give this one away to you guys. Now, this is a guitar that has been in, I think, 2 of my most popular videos on this channel. And I haven't been playing it. It's been sitting. It's a great guitar. It's a USA made. If you guys aren't familiar with the Acacias, this is a very nice guitar. Sounds great. It has Duncan distortions in there. It's a real simple configuration. Floyd Rose, maple neck, and like I said, I think it's a swamp ash body, if I remember correctly. And I was like, I should give something like that's in my personal collection away that I'm not using. And this was one. I was like, I think people would really dig this guitar. It's a USA made guitar, like the original last video or last Strat. I wanted to give away another like USA Strat. I'm like, well, I'll give this away. We've got another guitar that will be here in a couple weeks. I think they said Sweetwater's just waiting to get them in. That we're going to also give away. And if you want to do this, let me know what your dream guitar again is in the comment section. You know, there's no strings attached. You don't, I mean, subscribe if you could. Actually, you know what? You do have to be subscribed. I think it would not be fair to give it to someone who's not subscribed. So make sure that you do subscribe. But I'm going to give this away. And the frets here are a little bit sharp after, you know, just kind of sitting in Ohio weather. So I'm going to take it into the shop and get it all set up for you guys. So you'll be getting a totally good to go guitar. And I think that's kind of it. You know, like I said, I don't want you guys to ever think that I don't just genuinely and truly appreciate how much you do for me. Like, you know, it's all of us working together to make this channel. That's, you know, why I even get to have any of this cool stuff. So please don't think that I'm ever not appreciative. And we're going to give this one away. And I think that'll be good. Like I said, it was used in some of my most popular videos on the channel. You can check it out. And what else was I going to say? And then we have another guitar giving away. This isn't related to this giveaway, but if you are following me on Instagram, I'm giving away a 12-string Danelectro on Friday. We're launching it. But that's an Instagram-only giveaway. But follow me on Instagram, you know, and you'll find out all the details on Friday about that. But we're giving that guitar away. And I thought about giving away my 8-string as well, because I don't really play it. But I might want to do something different with that one. So maybe we'll save that and give that away. But, you know, I want to make sure that we're always trying to pay it forward. You know, like if I'm fortunate enough to get these guitars, then I should be giving something back to you guys as well. So other than that, guys, like I said, leave a comment. What's your dream guitar down there in the comment section? We're going to give this one away. There's no crazy stipulations that are going to happen with that one. That's just going to go to one of you guys who have stayed all the way. If you're at the end of the video and you're watching this, you're invested in the channel. You know, if you put up with me talking that much, I think it's safe to say that you're a loyal subscriber. So thank you guys as always so much. I truly do appreciate it. And I think we're just gonna roll on out of here. Like I said, look for this giveaway. Oh, I will announce the winner of this guitar, the Acacia, whenever I do the unboxing of the new guitar that I also purchased that we'll be giving away. So I wanted to do this giveaway like the other one. No strings attached to any other companies. This is my guitar, and like I said, and we purchased this other one that we're gonna do. I'm gonna do a couple videos on the guitar, and then we'll give that one away. But look for that unboxing. I'll probably call it something like, you know, new guitar day, but this one's yours, or something like that. Look for that video. So in that video, I will announce the winner of the blue Acacia, and then we will tell you how to win that guitar as well. So other than that, guys, I'm going to bounce out of here. Thank you all so much. Welcome. I don't have a name for it yet. Let me know some names as well. Maybe if you don't want to enter the giveaway, let me know a good name for the guitar, because it's got attitude. So I think it needs like a little bit of an attitude to its name. So other than that, guys, thank you all as always. I will see you all later. Peace out, homies. Rock on! Woo! And Nick is the vintage guitar guru who will tell me everything about this guitar.
I just have to give a disclaimer. I don't claim to be a know-it-all. Before I get flamed up on the YouTube, I just try to learn as much as I can and pass as much info as I can. And being somebody that has a 57 Esquire as well, I was just as excited as you were when you were letting me know that it was, you know, it'll be here tomorrow. It'll be here.
Well, how many separate guitars have I sent you over the past, I don't know how many months? It's like, what about this one? This one?
Probably a dozen, and I think, you know, we almost, well, I say we, but you almost pulled the trigger on a few, and maybe, you know, you could have saved a little money, but I think the other ones were, you know, like maybe had a rewind and some of those important characteristics, especially when buying an Esquire. Now, an Esquire is totally different from the Telecaster, and everybody will have their opinion as to why that is that way.
Yeah.
But I feel as though when you're buying an Esquire, you're pretty much buying a weapon of war. So it's kind of got to be, you know, it's a baseball bat with a microphone.